Anyway, it's worth a look. It's a nice spot. Ooh, I wish I hadn't broken my sunglasses. It's very bright. 37 years on a boat. Interesting. Going to be 27 degrees today, but only about 3 or 4 knots early in the morning. And then the change is coming about 4 o'clock. This is Tuesday. It's a lot different from the weekends when it's absolutely packed. So I've just got the sails up. It really is a beautiful day. That's Dinghy Island over there. This is the first good sail I've had since about February. 2-day sail, hopefully, going down to Smith's Creek if there's enough wind to get down there, or Jerusalem Bay, which is not very far away from here. It's meant to be 3 knots this morning, then it's dropping down to about 1 or 2, and then this afternoon it's getting right up to about 15. So we'll see what happens. Just great to be out on the water again. It's so peaceful. So I took the time to repaint the boat, as you might have seen in my last video, and I reckon it looks pretty good. Well, the wind's picked up marginally, maybe it's 2 knots or 3 knots, but at least we can sail and not motor. Over there is Patonga, looking back towards Lion Island. There goes the ferry. So down there is Cottage Point, and down in this direction is Jerusalem Bay. There are only 3 moorings there, so, and this is houseboat land, but hopefully there's one free as it's midweek. Anyway, it's worth a look. It's a nice spot. Ooh. Got to be a bit careful here. It's very rocky. A lot of oysters. Muddy bottom in some spots. Well, I've picked up the mooring, tidied up. I'll put the tarp up later. It's pretty hot, so I might go for a swim in a bit. Got my mooring protector on. So I've just set up the cabin for tonight. Got a bigger sleeping bag, so it will be a bit more comfortable. My old really tight one was for backpacking, and it's really lightweight but really small. This one's a bit bigger. But I think it's going to be hot tonight, to be honest. Put the mozzie net on later and pull the tarp back. Cheers. Vegetable curry, yum. Morning, day 2 here at Jerusalem Bay. I'm not sure what the time is, my phone's gone flat. It's probably about 7 o'clock or something in the morning. Beautiful, a bit quiet. Few birds, there's some kayakers have just gone past. The wind never really did come up last night, which is quite strange, and it's meant to be windy this morning and it's not, but maybe it will pick up later. Anyway, beautiful morning. I think I'm gonna have scrambled egg, bacon and baked beans. Yum. No muesli this time. The hardest thing is doing it with just one burner, but I'm getting there. Tastes alright. And you might wonder why I haven't got a bowl. Well, I haven't got a bowl. And I forgot the coffee as well, but never mind. Well, we're sailing again. The wind's a bit fickle, so I'm just trying to get going. It's a bit narrow in here as well. So the wind suddenly stopped, but you can see on the water there's a few gusts. It's everywhere but here. It's now Wednesday, so midweek. There's hardly anybody about. It's really beautiful. It's a bit cooler, it's only 21 degrees today. A bit cloudy, and that's okay. Just nice to be out on the water. The breeze has picked up a bit now, which is good. Heading towards Cottage Point. So we're coming up to Cottage Point. Now, on the weekends, seaplanes land here all the time, so you've got to be a bit careful as they're going to that restaurant over there. Yeah, they land here, right next to you. Some very expensive homes here. I think he's missing something. Well, that's Smith's Creek down there. There's about 6 or 9 moorings in 3 different spots. But 2 boats have just passed me going down there, and there's just not enough wind to get down there. And more importantly, get back tomorrow. So I'm going to head back to some moorings back down there where I came from. It's about 1 o'clock. And I think that was the right decision not to go down there, because another boat's just gone past me, so that's 3 moorings gone already. And it's very steep and rocky, so it's quite hard to use the anchor in there. And I prefer to be on a mooring, to be honest, when it's this rocky all around. So I'm going to head back. I know there's moorings up ahead, so no dramas.
And opposite Cottage Point is Looking Glass Rock. Aboriginal legend states that if this rock is ever covered by water, white man will leave Australia.
So this is where I'm heading. So this is Yeoman's Bay. There's 5 moorings, quite well spaced apart. And it's peaceful. Best time of the day, apart from the morning. Just hear the birds. So this is Yeoman's Bay off Cowan Creek. First thing in the morning, you can hear the birds. It's a bit misty, eerie, beautiful. Very peaceful. Now I'm hanging out for a cup of coffee, but unfortunately I forgot the coffee this time. Last time I forgot the cup. This is a really good cup. My brother-in-law gave us from England. Put the coffee in. It's all in one, basically. Anyway, I forgot that last time and remembered the coffee. This time I forgot the coffee. And the one thing that really annoys me is I lost my paddle yesterday. It fell off over the side. I didn't even notice. It's clipped on normally. I didn't hear it come off, and that was my handmade laminated paddle, which took me a while to make. Anyway, that just means I'll have to make another one. So we're off sailing again. It's about 10:15 in the morning. That's Yeoman's Bay down there. Last night, this morning, met a very interesting man down on the mooring. He's lived him and his wife have lived on their boat for 37 years, all around Australia, New Zealand. It's registered in Hobart, but I think he's been up here for 5 or 6 years. 37 years on a boat. Interesting. It's Jerusalem Bay, where we were 2 nights ago, down there. I hadn't broken my sunglasses. It's very bright. There's nobody around. It's fantastic. Well, the wind suddenly picked up, so I've decided to head home or maybe go around Dinghy Island. It's just getting too choppy out there. Which by itself in this boat is just a bit too much without a reef. I haven't put a reef in. It's a bit hard to stop to put a reef in by yourself, unless it's quite calm. But of course, when you need a reef, it never is calm. So I don't know if you can see dead ahead, just past the wind telltale, there's the wreck of the first Australian metal battleship that was sunk there to act as a reef for fishermen. So you can still see a bit of metal. But yeah, a bit of history. Australia's first battleship. And there's the Hawkesbury Bridge coming into view. The public wharf is there. It's a nice old Halverson cruiser. I just think it would be really noisy living on this side of the island. Trains go all the time. Look, there's 2 of them on there. And you may or may not know that Brooklyn's called Brooklyn because the Americans that built that bridge came from Brooklyn, New York. There are actually 2 tunnels through that island. They built 1 tunnel and a bridge, and the bridge collapsed in the storms. Then they built another tunnel and moved it across, and you can still see the very first pylon of where the old bridge was. That's where the supply shops are and some restaurants. On the other side of this headland is where the little harbour is.